Hello guys, and welcome back to my page. Thank you all for your support. I really appreciate. Today I want to show you guys another way of making zobo. I started by showing you everything I'll be using for this beautiful drink. That is my hibiscus flower, and this is my cloves and cinnamon. I'll be using cucumbers for this recipe, also my 2 grapefruits, and also I'll be using 3 pineapples and dates. Yes, dabino. They will be serving as my sweetener on this recipe. I really needed to try this out because I will not be using any extra flavors for it. So I started by washing everything I'll be using. Like I said in my other video of this zobo drink, you need to wash thoroughly because once it enters the pot, the juice is what you are going to be enjoying later. And if you don't wash well, just know that you'll be putting dirt down your stomach and it will be upsetting your stomach later on. So just be generous with your water because this hibiscus flower, the color will always be enough for your juice. So for the pineapple, I added salt to it. You will see how the water is after washing it for the first time. I always love to use salt when washing this type of fruit because of the bark. And remember, you are going to be putting the bark into the juice. So you need to wash it so that there will be no dirt entering inside the juice later on. So this is the second time I'm washing it, after which I proceeded to washing my cucumbers and the grapefruits. I washed this one without salt because the bark is very smooth. And after I proceeded to washing the cloves and the cinnamon stick, I was so glad I was able to find the cinnamon, and it wasn't even that costly because the other time I did it in my other video, I really looked for it and I could not find it in the market. This time around I saw it and I was so happy I picked this number. The only ingredient that is not here is ginger and garlic. You can choose to add that if you want to. I forgot to buy it and I made do with what I had. So this is me slicing up every fruit I'll be needing for this juice. At this point, you just want to make sure that everything you are touching your hands on is very neat, starting from your hands. I won't emphasize on that much. Starting from your hands, make sure it's very neat. The tray, the chopping board, because you don't want anything you are putting inside this bowl now will not be rewashed unless you want to rewash it. And mind you, when you are rewashing, you are taking off all the nutrients. So anything you want to be doing now, you don't want to staining your hands here and there. Just make sure your hands are dried and neat. So at this point, I was done slicing everything. I set aside the pineapple from its back and kept it in the freezer because there was no light to blend it now. I proceeded to bringing everything together, starting from pouring all the sliced fruits inside the hibiscus flower. At this point, I have poured water inside. Then I put in the cloves and the cinnamon stick. Use your hands and arrange everything the way you want it to be. So far as your hands are neat, you can use spoon, you can use anything you have. Just make sure everything is inside the water. Then I proceeded to opening up my dates. If you're an OG on this page, you will know that I am not really one for knives. Like, I prefer to open my dates using my teeth. This is what my family eats, so I don't mind. I'm not preparing it for outsiders, and I don't like taking that risk. The day I tried it, my hand, like, I really bled, so I promised myself I was not going to try it again. And for those of you that are chefs that are used to using knives for everything, I salute though. So after opening it up, separating the seed from the date itself, then I proceeded to washing it and washing the inside thoroughly. After which I soaked it because I will be blending it again using blender. Please, what are the uses of these date seeds? After about an hour, I went back to the pot to check on what was on fire and it was done. How will you know it's done? Everything will be soaked inside. Like, you can see the cucumbers, everything is shining red. So that's how you know it's done. So I went ahead to slice up my pineapple that I stored inside the freezer. At this point, there was light, so I was kind of fast to blend it before. You can never trust NEPA now. So after slicing it, I removed the middle, that's the center of the pineapple, because that side is hard and you don't want your blender to spoil unless your blender is the type that can blend it. So I sliced everything up carefully and poured it inside my blender. Went ahead to blend it into a puree. After blending it, I poured it into my chiffon cloth. You can use cheesecloth if you have, anyone you have, so far as the thing can help you to bring out the juice easily. So this is what I have and I made do with that. I tried squeezing out the juice as far as I can, because this thing is like, it's very hard to squeeze. I don't know why. Is it because mine there was not much water inside, but I tried my best to squeeze the juice as much as I could, after which I proceeded to blend in the dates. So I poured in the dates with the water, because at this point the water is also testing sugary a bit, so you don't want to pour the water. And I also blended it into a puree and set it aside, then proceeded to sieving the already cooked zobo juice. While I was doing that, it kind of spilled, but I didn't mind because it wasn't much. So after doing that, I started pouring in all the purees that I blended, the pineapple juice, also the date juice inside. My blender did not really do a good work when blending that, but I just managed it. After stirring, I used another sieve. This has I don't know what to call it, Z-net under, but at least it helps you to see if there are any tiny particles inside your zobo. If I type that lost when drinking zobo, you want to be eating some particles inside, you can leave it, don't do this process. So we are done, guys. This is the end product. You can serve using your glass, or you can serve putting it in a container. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.